Hello student, today I am starting this chapter 2 of NCERT, Relation and Function. This topic is important for class 12th also because the same topic we carry in class 12th. So you can understand the importance of this topic. So before starting this chapter 2, we can recall the set theory. So what is set? Set is the collection of well-defined objects. It means we take all those objects which are well defined, which are universally accepted. We take all those elements and we contain all those elements in the braces. So collection of those elements is known as set. So again here in this chapter we take all those points which we have already done in chapter 1. So first I am taking the introduction here. So in our daily life we come across many patterns that characterize relations such as brother and sister relation, father and son relation, teacher and student relation. In mathematics also we come across many relations such as number m is less than number n, line L is parallel to line M, is set A is a subset of set B. In all these, we notice that a relation involves pair of objects in certain order. In this chapter, we will learn how to link pairs of objects from two sets and then introduce relation between the two objects in the pair. Finally, we will learn about special relations which will qualify to be functions. The concept of function is very important in mathematics since it captures the idea of a mathematically precise correspondence between one quantity with the other. So here we will be taking this topic one by one because clearly from this line you can understand the meaning of this relation. The same type of relation we establish here in the mathematics also, that suppose if we have two number, so we can compare those two number, that we can say 2 less than 3 or 3 greater than 2. Similarly, when we have two lines, we can say line L is parallel to line M. Yeah, line L is not parallel to line M. Set A is subset of B. So when we make this type of relations here, so in that condition, pair of objects are involved. When pair of objects are involved, so after that we introduce the relation word. First we have to make the pair of objects, then after that we introduce the relation. And then some special relation called a function. Yeah, some special relation qualify for the function because all relations are not functions. Some special relations are the function. So we can say they are qualified for the function. Again, the concept of function is very important because this function gives the idea, it is, we can say, the give the idea of correspondence between one quantity with the other. So here in this topic we have to take, or we can say in this chapter we have to take all this topic one by one. First is ordered pair, number 2 we go for the Cartesian product, number 3 relation, and finally then we go to the function. So we have to take these topics one by one here. So I am taking the next topic, Cartesian product, which is ordered pair also involved. Ordered pair is contained in the Cartesian product. So main topic is Cartesian product here. So what is Cartesian product? An ordered pair of elements taken from any two sets P and Q in a pair of elements written in small brackets and grouped together in a particular order, that is P comma Q, where P means first element belongs to set P and second element belongs to set Q, right? So what is ordered pair? An ordered pair of elements taken from any two sets P and Q. Those two sets may be of any set, maybe a set of real number, maybe set of integer, maybe set of natural number. And then how to write the ordered pair? We use the small bracket for the ordered pair. We group the elements, group together in a particular order. in this way. This is the way to write the ordered pair P comma Q, where P and Q are the elements of the given sets. This leads to the following definition. What is definition here? Definition number 1. Given two non-empty sets P and Q, Cartesian product of P cross Q is the set of all ordered pairs of elements from P and Q. That is, P cross Q is P comma Q such that first element P belongs to set P and second element Q belongs to set Q. If either P or Q is the null set, then P cross Q will also be empty set. That is, P cross Q is phi. So first we make the ordered pair. So for ordered pair, we take the elements of the given set P and Q. We take the elements of the given set. Then after that, when we take the elements of the given set, the collection of ordered pair is known as Cartesian product. So Cartesian product denoted by this symbol P cross Q, because we have the set P and Q. So Cartesian product is denoted by P cross Q. So P cross Q is P comma Q such that these elements are of the given set. P belongs to first element belongs to first set and second element belongs to second set. Because when we say P cross Q, so it means in that condition their order is fixed here. So P cross Q, first element will be of first set and second element always from the second set. This is the fixed condition. Or we can write this P cross Q as a Q cross P also. It is also possible. It can be written as Q cross P. When we say Q cross P, so then the element will be Q comma P. Then we have to write the element in this way also. If P and Q, any one of the set is a null set, then P cross Q will also be empty set. Because when no element in any one of the sets, so no Cartesian product is possible in that condition. So this is the definition of Cartesian product. So first we write the ordered pair. The collection of ordered pair known as Cartesian product. So consider the two sets A. So I am taking this example. Consider two set A containing 1 and 2 elements A1 and A2. Set B containing 4 elements B1, B2, B3 and B4, contain these 4 elements. So set A contain 2 elements, set B contain these 4 elements. Now then we want to find B A cross B Cartesian product. So Cartesian product is the collection, because Cartesian product is also a set. It satisfies the set property. So it means it is a collection. So at a time we have to use this curly bracket. And these are the order pair. These all are the order pair. A1 comma B1. We take first element of first set and first element of second set. So A1 B1, first element of first set and second element of second set, A1 B2, A1 B3, A1 B4. Then we take second element of first set, A2 B1, A2 B2, A2 B3 and A2 B4. So we take all the order pairs one by one, and collection of this order pair is known as Cartesian product, which is A cross B here. So now the important point. First point is here. Two order pairs are equal if and only if the corresponding first elements are equal and second element are also equal. So in other words, whenever it is given, whenever it is said that these two order pairs are equal, so which is only possible when first element of both the order pairs are equal, number one, and when the second elements of both the order pairs are equal. So then only we can say the order pairs are equal. Second point, if there are P element in set A and Q elements in set B, then there will be P into Q elements in A cross B. That is, if n of A is P, n of A means cardinal number of set A is P, n of B is Q, then n of A cross B is P into Q. As you can see in this example, set A has 2 elements, set B has 4 elements. So A cross B contains 8 order pairs. You can see these all are the 8 order pairs. So number of element in Cartesian product of A and B is P into Q. P is the number of element in set A and Q is the number of element in set B. Third point, if A and B are non-empty sets and either A or B is an infinite set, then so is A cross B. If any one of the set is infinite set, so A cross B also contain the infinite ordered pair. Right? So these are the three important points which is for the Cartesian product. So first point is any two ordered pair are equal. So which is only possible when their corresponding elements are equal. First element equal to first element and second element equal to second element. Number one. Number two, number of element in Cartesian product of any two sets is equal to number of elements in the given set. And number three, if any one of the set is infinite set, so A cross B also contains the infinite ordered pair. Fourth point, A cross A. This is another important point because in exercise 2.1 we have one question based on this fourth property. A cross A is equals to A comma B comma C, where A, B, C are the element of set A, is called an ordered triplet. So to find the ordered triplet, so what we do, because we have set A containing maybe 2 element, 3 element, it is depending on the condition. So first, and it is asked to find A cross A cross A. So what we do, we find A cross A, Cartesian product of set A to itself. Then after that, whatever answer comes, then we find a Cartesian product with set A again. So in that condition, in place of 2 values, now we will be having 3 values in the ordered pair. 3 values in the ordered pair. So this is called ordered triplet. Now I am taking this example here, that how we can find the unknown values and what is the condition that these two ordered pairs are equal. Then we have to find the value of x and y. So this ordered pair x plus 1, y minus 2 is equal to 3 comma 1. So how we can find their value? So we know whenever ordered pairs are equal, their corresponding elements are equal. So therefore x plus 1 is equal to 3 and y minus 2 is equal to 1. Then solving these two conditions, x plus 1 is 3, so x is 2, y minus 2 is 1, so y is 3. So this is the required answer. Next example, if P containing these three elements A, B, C and Q contains this single element R, form the sets P cross Q and Q cross P, find both the order Cartesian product. Are these two products equal? This we have to verify here. So we find P cross Q by the definition of Cartesian product. P cross Q is, we take the, because P cross Q first set is P and second is Q, so we always take first element of set P. So A comma R, B comma R, C comma R. And Q cross P, first set is Q here, so we take first element of set Q. So R comma A, R comma B, R comma C. We have to keep this point in mind because the first set is Q here, so we take first element of set Q. R always will be in the first position. So R comma A, R comma B and R comma C. So these are the value of P cross Q and Q cross P. Now the second point, that are they equal? So any two ordered pairs are equal if their corresponding elements are equal. So if you compare the first order pair A comma R and R comma A, so these two values are not equal because first element is A here and here the first element is R. So these values are not equal. So therefore P cross Q is not equal to Q cross P. So however, the number of elements in each set will be the same. There is no difference in the number of elements. So P cross Q contain 3 ordered pair, Q cross P also containing 3 ordered pairs. So these two